Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Disco of Elysium. Disco Elysium, not of Elysium. Disco Elysium. We are here in a building. This building is called... I don't remember. It's like the commercial of Doom or something. Where my flashlight? Okay. That was weird. It's a commercial building that has apparently been cursed, and we're trying to figure out what the curse is. Let's go ahead and keep exploring.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So we're dealing with something medical here? This must be an elaborate piece of art. Of course. Narrow your eyes. The anatomy of the curse. Let's go with 3.
Perhaps. The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Wait, who's the game master? If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks a list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Il Mara.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
The lieutenant leans closer, his fingers tracking the maddening rhythm. The cost of airwidth alone must have been huge.
Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
He nods at the calendar on the chalkboard, wiping his marker-stained fingers clean against his jacket. What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Okay. So the fireplace was where the origin of the curse is supposed to be from. Scribbled across a notebook. Developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Oh. I thought I was just going to open the door, but now we're going to a different zone. I wasn't done exploring that zone, though. No. I'm a little worried because we also talked to somebody who seemed to know us. Okay, I think this is where we're supposed to go, so let's go back up before we explore down here, because I think this is where we need to be, the furnace room. We don't want to be there yet. So there's a hallway, and also we missed this.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
He sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind?
But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not the time not interested in abandoned radio computers. This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Do you think I should turn it on?
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. I don't know. You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
Is the lieutenant a little scared? Just now when he looked around. You can always do it after the fridge.
It's true. Let's get that fridge. We need to find the damn fridge. That body is not doing well out there. Plus somebody can move it now. Oh, the fridge is probably going to be in that furnace room, huh?
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity lives.
Oh, never mind. This is where the entity lives. Knock on it.
What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
Leave. Okay. The floorboards creak. Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. Okay. Nothing else up there. Hold on. I wasn't holding tab, I don't think. There we go. What is this? Postcard La Delta 51. Item gained. Oh, it's just an item, okay. Another 20 cents. Need all the money we can get here. How are we gonna get down into that place? Must be something in the furnace room, huh? Double time it. Back down we go. How are we gonna get the fridge out of here? Are we gonna have to carry it up these steps and stuff? That'd be a pain in the ass. Oh, I hate moving. Alright. So there's the fridge. Ooh. Some magnesium and some money. I'm gonna take the magnesium immediately. This looks big enough.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper carnivore. Be careful. This must be the fridge you were told about. Look inside. See if it's big enough for the corpse.
Crack open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's the fridge, remember?
Of course. A giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
He relaxes his hand, his face bathed in the harsh light of the open fridge door.
Just what we were looking for. Let's see what's inside.
Look inside the refrigerator.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
This is clearly the fridge. It looks big enough for 2 corpses. Take the note from the door. Examine one of the ice cream wrappers in there. What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place? Yeah, it's clearly big enough.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
The 2 of you, easily.
Okay, let's do this.
The body is heavier than you expected, and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get down to the bed. Then more to stuff it into the fridge.
Man,
The
those
lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
no sound effects were loud.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bear fridge.
We
This
did
is
it.
some of the best police work I've ever done.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Ooh, pagan rites. Really? You think it's good work? I'm not sure I believe you. Yes, we need to celebrate performing pagan rites. Let's bring out the mead and set it on fire.
I knew you would say that. I knew this would lead to drinking. No, no more. This is paganistic enough, and it does not leave this room.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
Fair enough. I think this is a glorious achievement and people need to hear about it. We did our best with the means at our disposal. Yeah, I'm not proud either, but we did find a fridge. This isn't police work, Kim. It's art. We're artists. And this was our vision. Yeah, I'm not proud of it either, but we did find a fridge.
As impressive as the fridge is, this is a small victory among numerous defeats. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Okay. Search the body one more time thoroughly. 58%. It's better. Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
How do you like it in the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corpelangelo.
That's me, Capolangelo. I hate you. You stink and you're boring. Enough.
Come back later, Corpo.
Th-
Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dream.
Take the note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Examine one of the ice cream wrappers in there.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge or the decomposing body in it. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. Even under this stench, you can feel it.
Mm-hmm. What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
The lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light. So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper-carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice.
Yeah.
What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The lieutenant points at the red snaky cable running from the fridge.
The electricity bill must be catastrophic. On the other hand, it did help us with a certain corpse situation.
Is that why everybody goes bankrupt in here? It's because of the electricity bill?
Lucky us. Indeed. Refrigerated meat is much better for coroner's work.
Alright, we got a 58% chance. Come on, Lady Luck.
Your arm
Yes.
reaches out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
Crawl up his nostrils?
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Oh, this is disgusting. Hold on.
You're not far. It'll come to you. Keep crawling.
Put your finger in his mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Play with it. This feels right. Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Say fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Touch it with your finger, gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth. right into his brainstem.
Brainstem?
Yes, that's what this part is called. You've seen the drawings. You've studied them.
Okay, feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. The funk soul brother at the back of his head has gone dark forever. Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemisphere.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
Punch a hole through his mouth. Wriggle in. Punch a hole through his mouth.
The cartilage gives in with a crack, like some fruit.
Ah, God, this is
Just
disgusting.
like that, your hand is in his head. Strange fluid streams down your wrist, and then you feel it with the tip of your finger. Ice cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger. The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
Whew, okay. Good chance of doing that. I feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
He searches his pockets for something. Inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Okay, fish it out. Whew.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. Feels sharp, like metal. You press your teeth together. Your jaw is clenched. All you need to do is just...
Whisper. I got it.
Good, good.
The fridge in the background buzzes with excitement. Slowly pull your fingers out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower. A blossom made of lead.
A bullet.
The lieutenant puts a small bag marked evidence under it. Drop it in.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Keep it, Lieutenant, as a gift.
No, you deserve it. We can log it later.
The lieutenant drops the bag in your hand. It feels light.
Looks like we need to add one more item to your injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds like heaven. Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Goddamn right. Agreed. Wasn't that what we thought of the last time? Goddamn right.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
he's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
The ligament marked the fractured hyoid bone. It was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
You think so?
I did not just come up with this. I have had my doubts since we found no signs of struggle on his wrist. No claw marks on his neck. Why? Why didn't he fight for his life? There have been other signs too.
Nice.
Small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
Mm-hmm.
We almost fell for it, he thinks. Almost.
Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer, the real motivation, what really happened here.
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers?
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
What happens next?
We put him in a bag and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. The body bag should contain the odor for the duration of the transport. I would drive him to processing, but it's too late to do that today. I'll do it first thing tomorrow. No problem. One more thing. This was really good work, detective.
Well, thank you, Kim.
The word lingers in the air of the basement. Far away, ice cream makers are buzzing, and the sea wind blows outside. Detective.
Nice. Alright, tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Okay. I was just seeing if he had a, if I could ask him who shot him.
Come back later.
Let's drag him to Kinema.
Amuse
Hold on,
yourself
close the door.
with my-
Before we do that, let's take a look around here. So I don't have to come back down here.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks inside.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs, the echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
Lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity. I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs. Yeah, I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs.
Smear your hands with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists. No, that would be stupid. Still, it's good to have this dirt on you. Real men wear coal for makeup.
Those voices I heard. Maybe it's the malignant entity. Plaisance said it lives in a chimney.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Then what was the chatter you heard?
Yell into the furnace. Hello!
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
You hear a woman's voice answer.
you've awakened the entity.
Uh-oh.
And it's a woman. Of course. The malicious entities are always women.
Oh my god. This is the police. Who's there? I summon the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Now be gone, vile succubus. Hello, are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything?
Picked option 3.
I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Awesome. I'm not going to kick it. That's probably going to injure me. Alright, we've got some things to do here first. So interact. We've got the bullet. We'll worry about that later. We finished this. Find the bullet before you get fooled. Haha, I didn't get fooled. We did level up. I think we're gonna get another point in electrochemistry. That's our thing. The wall collapsed. It's inaccessible now. There's a whole bunch of stuff back here. An ice cream maker, defrosted and unplugged. Why is this one yellow? Is it important? The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway near here. How do we get in there? There we go. 2 rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we? Look around the secret room.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
He points at the rifles under the ceiling. Look, there's a hole in the wall. Shine light on the hidden compartment.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay, I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles, Kim.
Are these any good?
Inspect the rifles.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
This one looks nice. Take the rifle.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
An old Belle McGrave from the Revolution. The lieutenant notes with approval. His eyes are gleaming. What does this mean? A rifle here.
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
I bet he does. Leave. Cool, we got a rifle. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Okay. New item. Check it out. Only 11 gold? Or, not gold, dollars? Whatever. Reals? Can I equip it? No. Can't use it, huh? Oh well. Alright. Let's go over here. A little bit left to explore over here. Maybe a lot. Jeez. A frozen ice cream maker that is still running. Some money and nosepad.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Unplug the black cable.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black. It's not like it's the red one. Because it's black, the color of immeasurable cosmos. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
Leave. Yep. Saving electricity, you know? I'm gonna do that for the fridge too when we come back. Ooh, what's that? Insane mesh tank top. Clothes. So this would go probably where the shirt is. The shirt, -1 suggestion, +1 conceptualization. I'm gonna put this on. There we go. Look at. Oh. It's a mesh tank top, right. Looking good now. It's down here. Some more money. So you can't go and pick those things up when you're holding tab, it seems like. It's at the window. People's feet shuffling by on the street. Okay. Where are these stairs? What's this? Intercom wires running into the breaker box. Where does this lead us? I think we're just going to peek our head in here. Oh. Well, that's nice. Let's go get the body. So Kim can go to sleep because he's probably getting tired. What did that note say? It said something about after 2100 and sleep. Am I supposed to be going to sleep now?
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Let's drag him to the car.
All right.
He takes out his shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's face.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands. I'll take the legs.
Bag the corpse and drag it to the motor carriage. Alright. Is it in there? Can we see it? I don't see it. I don't need the flashlight right now. Just leave that there. Alright, Kim.
Yes?
I'm gonna tell him it's the end of the day. End of day one. Just about. Think you should know I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow.
I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There's heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
What's wrong with personal affairs? So what should I concentrate on? But I'm completely lacking in basic information about even this organization we're in. Can you help me?
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m.
Shit
If
is.
you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
Okay. Fine.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
Your heart beats twice like a fist. The serotonin deficiency makes your teeth clench.
Say nothing.
The lieutenant glances at his electronic wristwatch.
Forget it.
A moment passes.
So how do we start after hours or whatever? Okay. Well, I don't have the money to do what we need to do. I didn't find my karaoke song either. But we got some good police work done. I think that's the important part. A lot of people in here now, though.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Pretty long. Let's drink a clock.
Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself.
Actually, should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me. Now you mention it, I do need a rum and lemonade. I'd love for Gart to serve me up a beverage.
Forget about the bar. Or don't forget about it. You should totally try to get a drink there too. But first, you should lick that stain off the counter. Yeah, man. Let's get wild. Lick it.
I've got a problem. I've got a problem. We're going into the electrochemistry world, so I'm gonna say, you know, whenever the electrochemistry part of my brain is telling me to do something, I'm gonna do it unless it's against everything else that I'm trying to get this character to stand for, which I have no idea what that is yet. So basically, unless if it hurts Kim. I think Kim, we want to help Kim in this investigation. Kim's a good guy. Lick it.
Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you, licking the tasty rum stain off the counter, then out of the window again.
What are you doing?
I'm an alcoholic. I needed to get my head. I'm sorry, I drifted off into my own thoughts, and now this happened. Investigating.
We should move.
A real drink would go well with those cigarettes you're looking for. That's a great combination.
Alright. Is this guy still sleeping? Is he dead?
The worker is in a deep slumber. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from. Into the primordial darkness.
Let's wake him up.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens.
Nope. Okay. Fair enough. What about you, buddy? It's all about money, you know? Yeah, I know. You're not somebody I can talk to. None of you I can talk to. None of you are new. Okay.
Can I help you?
No. I didn't see anything new. Let's go up the stairs. Short on money. Oh, it just gave us a tip for that. Did that bastard lock me out of my room? No! No, I need a room. I need to take a bath. Please. I need alcohol. Okay, well, we can go to the frit and apparently sell. I didn't see that option, though, to sell things. Was I blind? I must have been blind. But if we sell everything we have, we might have enough to pay for the room. I don't know. We need a lot of money still. Yeah, 120 credits. There's some money on the ground over there. By 2 o'clock, everybody's asleep. Okay. Hi.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
I've noticed. I need to sell things, though. How do I sell things?
The tear machine stands in the corner.
Oh, that's the term.
Oh, okay. I don't have a plastic bag, though, do I? Damn it. Hold on. I guess since we're here.
Is this about the questions again?
Does
I don't
Does
really
Frit
know
have a
anything.
warehouse in the back of the Whirling in Rags?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Come on, give me something to work with here.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
She turns back to her magazine without waiting for you to respond. Okay. Okay. I hate that. Alright. We don't have a lot of time to find enough money for our room. Never been up here. Some money on the ground though, take it. Hello? What's going on here?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
This is a big guy. The man yells toward the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
I don't think I've chosen any side yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
Okay, regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you!
He bellows to the gates.
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
The loitering man hollers in return. I actually need to speak with the union boss. What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his worker's overalls. What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
Continue.
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
Who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
The lieutenant looks him in the eye.
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity. Going to figure out this strike mess. Routine. Part of the investigation. I thought you looked very familiar for a second there. Part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect?
Is it?
Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
I already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Sweet, I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. Which one was it? Yeah, bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there. Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well. Never heard of it. Are you lying?
We're done here. I have a strike to break.
He squints at you, a little spark of violence gutters in his eyes, and then he blinks and turns to his men. Yeah, he's lying. He's a liar. Or, at least a half liar. The lorries probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. Ooh, money. Nice. Okay. Hey, buddy.
Scab?
Asks a man with jolly eyes, tilting his head.
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
No, I don't want to deal with this again. Did you just call me a... What exactly is a scab? Yeah, I'm a scab. Poor and downtrodden. Wave your fist. Right to work. Not a scab, I'm a cop. Yeah, I guess I heard him say that word, so I'm gonna say that.
No, I said scab.
What is a scab?
A kind of a worm. content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Where do they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
Excuse me. He looks at the mass, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
His smile deepens, his wrinkles even more.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. Kuno said you know about armor. I need to get past the gates and speak with your boss. I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it? What's the strike about anyway? I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
He flips a coin towards you.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Appreciate it.
Always glad to help out the RCM.
Nice.
Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to...
He nods towards the protesters.
You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though.
The union has problems getting by? Every little bit helps, you know? Gotta spend money to make money. Union has problems getting by?
Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess. Cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supply should last the strike, though.
Gotta spend money to make money.
Aye, you lost me there, Honcho. But it's okay as long as you're not a sorry-ass scab.
He looks at them in disbelief. Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. Kuno said you know about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
That's Kuno.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble.
He smiles.
One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuno used us too. What? Scare you? The probe into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces of armor up for grabs then. But I already sent the boots away.
I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
Hold up. 4 pieces. Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I'm going to find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough. Actually, I may have better things to do too. I'm going to find 1 piece of it.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armored too. The one the bullet hits.
It's true.
Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off you.
Yeah. So Kuno used us to scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He contemplates taking a swig from his flask.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
Thank you for the cooperation, sir.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
I need to get past the gates and speak with your boss.
Oh, good, good. What matters do you want to discuss with Everard?
You might have information about a killing that took place behind the hostel.
Everard's got a lot of knowledge about a lot of things, eh? Doesn't often dole it out, though. But sure, why not?
Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Takes a swig and points up the stairs with the flask. That's simple. I just walk in?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini supremacist there.
Ah,
Walk right past him,
right.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Uh-huh.
then go past him again,
Okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure head in a physical confrontation, or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
He fixes his eyes on you, evaluating your prowess.
Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister.
Dexter and Sinister. Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Got it. Another thing.
Sure.
What's the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss would be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Gotta get moving. Alright, we're not gonna do that on this day. Oh, you have something to say?
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for damages yet,
You should take care of that then.
but I don't have the money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the streets. We'll figure something out.
Pay for damages. Try negotiating with the cafeteria manager. Rest of the armor. Kuno lied to you. Return and confront him. Can't believe he lied to me. We are going to be a hobo cop soon. In an hour. So. Let's, we'll have somewhere to sleep. Even if it's not nice. Okay. But Kim probably wants to go home and get some sleep. I'm not going to keep him up until 2 a.m. in the morning. Let's try and get this sorted out.
Can I help you?
About that money I owe you.
Yes. Have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for tonight.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I will pay you back tomorrow. I'm an honest cop. It's cold out. I'll freeze to death because I'm losing this stupid money game. Come on, man. After everything I've been through? Kim's about to say something. Let him. I'll pay you back tomorrow. I'm an honest cop.
As a police officer, you must understand that I cannot take you at your word without evidence. Evidence being money. You can't stay here without money.
Hold on. I still have my key, you know.
Good luck trying to use it.
He taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the counter.
Draconian measures.
Bastard.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
The money I owe you.
Yes, have you got it?
Some sort of
Does
arrangement?
that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed
No,
you owe
it's
me?
cold out there. I'll freeze to death because I'm losing the stupid money game.
Game? Everything is just a game to you, isn't it? Not until...
Okay.
I really...
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Sorry, Lieutenant.
Yes?
I'll tell him, you know, I'll just sleep in the dumpster if I have to. I gave the key to the dumpster back. I can't sleep in the dumpster. No. Oh well. What do you got in here that's gonna help me?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
Look into the suspect transport enclosure.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
What are those things?
There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
Honestly, that sounds like an amazing physics demonstration.
What do you mean you confiscated them?
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
Isn't that corruption? I get it. I would have confiscated them too. They're mesmerizing. So you took his spinners?
Mm-hmm. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence.
Kim, isn't that corruption?
I don't know. Is it? I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
Did you want to put these spinners on your machine? Point at Kinema.
No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cop with spinners. That would be outrageous.
Yes. Outrageously cool.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
I'm sorry you have to sell them because of me.
As I said, they're useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier.
But thank you.
You said something about a pawn shop?
Yes, there's one 100 meters south of here. I think it's called Roy's Nest or something. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
I can't take them. It wouldn't be right.
Alright, let's not take them now. Then come back once we realize we have to. Have this conversation again, and then take them.
No, I'm gonna get the money. Damn it.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Wait, there are capo types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Cool cop.
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
You know, actually, I'm not sorry. I changed my mind. Won't the other capo types be jealous? Okay, but what are the other capo types?
Oh, you know. Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
Won't the other cops be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry.
Fucking, they should be sorry.
Yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up?
I changed my mind.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
It's kind of sad. I'm sorry.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million.
You're one sorry piece of shit. Yeah. Oh my god, there are tons of these. That's crazy. Alright, let's get to the pawn shop. It's getting late. We need to get some... You said it was to the south of here, so that's this way, right? Plastic wrapped Macronus stamped with humanitarian aid. Okay. Is this the pawn shop? A sewer grate. A gateway to the river of filth. This doesn't look like it's a pawn shop, does it? Roy's pawn shop. Fast cash for for faster times, or was it Easter time? I don't know. Boy, this place looks interesting. Some kind of machine, an antique cash register? A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. Mostly military wear, with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you. Shake your head. It's shameful how insufficient the police presence is in these parts. Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed. Typical Vacus consumerist objects. Honestly, I think some of your selections are, press your fingers to your lips, more tasteful than others. This business plan is all over the place. You should specialize, zoom in, recapitalize. Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadows on the wall behind you.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe. Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Is Roy high? And if yes, then what is he on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Pyrrolidon? What's that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Let's get straight to the point. So, where does a man get Pyrrolidon these days?
How would I know?
Takes a step back, studying you.
Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
It's pretty obvious that you're under the influence, sir. No judgment, just curious. Probably did loads of Pyrrolidon before I lost my memory. Chill out, man. I'm a chill out cop who just wants some of what you're having. Wink. Point closed. Say, what's with the triangles on your vest?
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster.
He coughs, as if to mark his word.
Had to take Pyrrolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile? What's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you were part of.
We were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood. Tough son of a gun, this one. Respect.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the heart to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
He looks at the spiraling light and stops. Must have been tough radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment. And early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How'd you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forberg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
He shrugs. Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
There's something I'd like to sell.
Let me have a look.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Here we go. Why are these orange? Do I want to sell the orange ones? How do I sell it? Oh. Pawn. There we go. Get that money. Damn, we're still short. I'd like to sell my clothes.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
A fascinating photo of a corpse here.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
He barely even looks at it. Do you know what the tattoo means?
Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something light.
I don't have anything to sell at the moment.
Another time, perhaps.
Alright. I have other business to take care of now. Damn. I was hoping we'd have enough, but we're still... What is that? 37 real short? Oh, man. Well, that's where we're going to end this episode, guys. Got a couple of more hours to find about 40 real and save our friendship with Kim. I think he's okay with us pawning off the wheels or hubcaps, but I'd rather not. So we're gonna try and do something. Maybe if we fix the bookstore thing up, she'll give us a nice reward. I don't know. We'll see. That's gonna be in the next episode. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.